So now that we've unlocked the Roundrel, that is what we are going to be using today. Attacks applying a random debuff to the enemy. We are also going to be going for another one of the builds that I have seen quite a lot of, but I have not picked up pretty much a single orb for. That being the self-damage build. If I could, I would certainly like to check out a bunch of it. I did happen to come across the Gardener's Glove as my starting relic here, so that just kind of plays in really heavily to it. So I'm gonna see if I can't do both that, or maybe just like that plus an AoE mix, because I feel like AoE would be incredibly powerful against with this specific relic, giving random debuffs to everything. I just think that's going to be pretty good. And that does, in fact, remain to be seen, but it shall be seen today. I'd have to assume so, right? Because if you're shooting like 4 enemies, for example, you're just going to be doing a lot more damage, right? Or a lot more debuffs. You're going to be getting 4 debuffs on one shot every single time. And it is one of 3. There are only 3 in the game. However, having a base debuff applier is incredibly strong for all 3 of them. I think Volution is actually the weakest of the 3, because you can get Blind one added, which is not the best. Bramble one, which is absolutely amazing, stopping an enemy in its tracks for 1 turn, especially in some of the elite fights, is just incredibly good. And if I happen to get the Branch of Ember to give me the other one of Bramble versus Blind, that just makes it even better. It makes it 66% chance every single time I shoot any orb that is gonna Bramble it and Blind it, which is just incredible to me. I could honestly go for a little bit of an AoE, and that is AoE right there, so I'm very pleased with that. Starting off with a little bit of debuff, a little bit of AoE on everything, can't go wrong with it. But yeah, I'd love to do a little bit of self-damage, a little bit of AoE type mix here, but that does also depend on what I am finding, and so far it's, I mean, I guess I've only done like 2 things, so I can't really say much. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what, I'm really excited to see how this is actually going to work for the future. It's kind of like one of those questionable things that I'm sure it will do well after I get used to it, but it's gonna be like a little bit strange at first. I'm just gonna go for money while I can. But now, do I want to go for Bramble? It is a little bit of self-damage, but it's not kind of the package I'm looking for, and it does apply Brambles, but which is kind of what I already have. Do I have a shop coming up soon? I mean, kind of, but I can definitely get more before then. I'm gonna take it, I think. I don't know if that was the right call. It's definitely one that kind of feeds into both of the packages that I am going for. So, I mean, it's gotta be decent, right? I don't know. I'm very undecided on if I like that orb or not for this. It certainly remains to be seen. Alright. Bramble is going to be absolutely amazing against the Minotaur. It always is. So I'm very happy to have it at this point. And if I could, you know, get a little bit lucky, maybe get an extra Bramble proc or something, I wouldn't complain about something like that, you know? Could maybe throw Bramble my way. Trying to bribe the game here to give me this good old-fashioned Bramble. Sadly, none. I got not a single proc normally, which is very unlucky, I'd say, but also fine. do think that this is going to be slightly better. This guy here should kill, no matter what. Even if I take a little damage first, but I do not, which is very nice. I always like not dying, believe it or not. Orbs having Persist 1 is considering what I have currently, that should be pretty good. Although, removing the first, I don't know. It's always questionable with Persist. I like it exactly some of the time. I'm gonna hope this is the time. This is half the time that I actually do like it, and it does seem to be the case. Very nice. I don't want to upgrade this, but I also kind of just want to go with the Ek Orb. I always like the Ek Orb. Maybe I won't end up with the self-damage package in the end, which I'd be completely fine with, to be honest. I just really want to try out, at the very least, see the kind of power in the starting relic here. Which, I mean, it's doing pretty good so far. I think my next step, now that I've unlocked all three of these, is to go with all three of the starting relics at the same time. I just think that's a good stepping stone, you know? Go from nothing to all of them right after. Definitely want to target the bat right now. I'm gonna hope to do 65 here. I did not. I did not. And then the crit's in a bad spot yet again. There we go. Just all the bombs, enough to kill everything. I'm completely fine with it. Here we go. Double. I'm going to pass on that. I'd rather upgrade my Ek Orb because the double would be nice, especially because it does have Persist. I feel like that's one that would do incredibly well with Persist. I just don't think that's one that I need right now. I don't have enough Volution to really make that worth my while. Okay. And you know, I'm not even needing to get lucky anymore. I have it all. Have it all, I say. It's brambled, it shan't move from that spot. Oh, that is incredibly nice. The bramble just does so well against certain elite fights, and this is one of them. This is absolutely one of them. Kind of want to level that one up. Do I want more max health, or do I think this will essentially add more max? I do think the puppet will, over time, add more than 25 max health, so that is what I'm gonna take. It's not, like, it's definitely a 50-50 on that one. And ooh, I think I'm gonna take the special relic here. This is the relic where every time you pick up an orb, it instantly gets upgraded at the cost of 4 life. 4 life, I think, is worth... On average, 4 life is always going to be worth more than 25 gold, in my opinion. For the sole reason of... If you think about it, a heal, which I don't normally do because I think it's... I don't really think the cost is normally all that worth it. I never really do, but it's 25, and you get far more health than that. So if I'm valuing like that, it's just never gonna be as good as Puppet, I think. It's gonna prevent 10 damage here, which is very nice. If it gets me, because I think it did get brambled at one point. Now, hopefully this doesn't actually get brambled in front of me. I don't really want to take a bunch of damage, although it would make it faster. It didn't happen anyway. That's okay. I was kind of hoping it would, just so I could kill this guy faster, but you know what? I think this is for the best. Definitely didn't need to shoot that one there. Yeah, because now this shot's pretty bad. Oh, I guess it didn't even matter. grants 1 muster coal when fired. But it also grants 1 muster coal to all enemies when fired. I do kind of want to try that because I do have the training weight. It could be quite nice. It could be quite nice. I'm not entirely certain on it. I'm not sold on it, but you know what? The unpretentious pendant is actually going to be incredibly synergistic with this. Get it? I am mainly looking for non-crits, and that just removes one of them for me. So even if it didn't give the +2, I think I would have liked that better anyway. Just need to get rid of all these stupid stones. I hate them. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Right. It survived with 1. It's so sad. Oh, it's gonna... The Balestra is actually horrible on the castle stage now that I'm thinking about it, because it's all chip damage, and if I'm adding 1 chip damage to that many enemies, I'm gonna pass. I'd rather pass. In fact, I'd much rather not have that happen. Alright, this is a 3-1. I should go for the refresh. Fine. I'm just losing like all my health to the first fight here. That's fine. And because of the heal, it doesn't die. You're kidding me. Oh, this is so sad. I was hoping to get the refresh, but of course now's the time that I hit everything, and it should die after this turn. And there we go. That's all. It was only a measly 70 damage health lost. Only a measly 70. That's not great. This side is definitely better. I get a shop plus an elite plus a chest versus just elite and chest. So I'll take that for sure. Now I don't think I want to hit the refresh just yet, on the off chance that I don't like it. I would like to just spam a bunch of Ek orbs here, though. Ek orbs are always nice. Especially when, even with them only doing like 80 damage. It's all, though. So, it's all plus adding debuffs to all. That extra little bramble there came in really handy. There we go. Poison all the way down. The Cleave Orb. Very weak regular attack, massive damage on crit. I don't really want that, if I'm going to be honest, because, again, I'm not really going for crit. I would like that whenever I do another crit build. And one thing I am kind of planning at the moment is to do something like a package tier list and just kind of make group packages. Just to kind of like categorize the packages and then just go through all of them. I think that would be really quite fun. Just like 1 build each as we go. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment of what I want to do. I haven't decided fully, but it is definitely a plan I have. One thing I'm also kind of curious about is, or one thing I should also mention is I am kind of trying to space out my Peglin uploads at the moment, just so that I can do some other content in the middle. I haven't been very good at it lately, but I have done a Vampire Survivors earlier today that you should absolutely check out if you are curious. I had a ton of fun with it, and I think you would as well. Oh no, I missed the shop. I tried to get gold enough so that I could potentially buy a relic. I should have just gone for it. That was silly of me. I don't know why I did that. Ah, man. That's fine. I still get some Volution procs on this guy, and then I can just kind of whittle it down. 75. Is 75 enough for me to send out the Ek orbs? I think so. I think 75 is good enough. Plus, it will get a little bit stronger for each of these, and I might as well do it again. It will eventually guarantee the kill. Not immediately, but like 162, and then it'll do another 162 plus a little bit of poison. Yeah, that's fine with me. There we go. Easy fight. Never doubted it for a second. Do I want to heal? I think I want to heal. I'm getting kind of a little bit nervous. Is that guy too? I'm not reloading very much. Definitely don't need the balance there on every reload. So I'll gladly take a pumpkin pie. Definitely should not have thrown this. Although it does, again, it applies the debuffs, which is another just thing that I'm forgetting. Because even if it's not killing, it's still hitting all. And I guess that one killed anyway, so I shouldn't be complaining whatsoever. Let's see here. Okay, that's enough to kill that guy. And this one should be doing the same. Love to see it. I just need a little bit of damage. I don't need a ton, because the poison will be able to take care of a lot of this. But I definitely need some. And that should be it. Very nice. Easy fight. Very easy fight, actually. Way easier than it had any right to. We'll say that. Go. Into the chest. Getting that done nice and easy, and dealing damage to enemies with full resistance probably won't make a difference. I'm already mostly through the stage anyway, but forcing a stone makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. Get rid of all the stones, and the dagger, preferably. I think the stones might actually be more valuable to me right now than the dagger, if I'm going to be honest. Because I'm not doing any crits anyway. Speaking of really valuable things, this was such a good one to get at this specific time. Getting early Muscle against this guy is huge. It's not going to hit me pretty much ever. So just upping my Muscle early on is just amazing. Plus, a fairly solid amount of damage on top of that. Not amazing, but I mean, 400 or so. Can't go wrong with that. Ideally, I get like another 200 here. I do, another 300 even. That is more than enough. Between 2 orbs, actually between 4 orbs, that's enough to kill it before it gets to me. Love to see it. There you go. Can just chuck this wherever. Easy enough elite fight. Do I want to heal? Yes or no? Probably not yet. Oh, I definitely don't want to heal now. Popping corn or refreshive. Refreshive is incredibly strong against the boss immediately coming up, so I'm going to take that. I might regret that down the line because popping corn is absolutely amazing. Getting that good old-fashioned healing in the fight is really nice. I just like having the ability to pretty consistently refresh the board against the ballista here because of all the mini guys. Should make it a lot easier. Okay, that's amazing. The bramble actually was the killing factor in that front one. Didn't really matter, but it's still really cool that that was the reason why it died. Now I will heal. I'd like to be full health. Although, again, breakpoints. I need to be thinking about breakpoints. Because that didn't change my breakpoint at all. It just changed my relic buying ability breakpoint. And do I want these? This is pretty useless to me. That's pretty useless to me. That's pretty useless to me. And so is that, because I'm fine on gold. I'd rather just skip these and hold my gold for a better shop in the future. definitely could have been better, but whatever. I shouldn't have thrown this. I should just ate it. I just lost so much additional health because I jumped the bullet there. So much extra health. Oh my goodness. There was no need for me to throw that, and then I threw it anyway. Please hit a bomb. I mean, I guess it's fine if it doesn't, because I still have the big damage coming up and all the AoE, but it's kind of unfortunate. Kind of sad. But, whatever. Please stay up and please don't hit that crit in the corner. Thank you. 300. 300 is fine. 300 is actually really good because I have 4 attacks in a row, all doing 300 minimum. 300 minimum by 4, 1200. You can kind of see it's not long for this world, but nor am I. Oh, it's gonna crit, isn't it? No, it's not. That's amazing. It means I have 900 damage queued up at minimum. 1,000 now. And there we go. Easy fight. I can just toss this wherever now. Gotta love the orbs. They're so good. Especially with my circle. But I'm really after AoE in general. And I do kind of really like this. I don't love this because it attracts crits as well, but I love this. All orbs getting morbid. Board containing 1 less refresh. I'll take that. I'll take that sacrifice. I think that's good. Now what boss am I gonna get? Ooh, I get the Sapper boss. Works incredibly well with the Shiv. Now I'm very happy I have the Shiv. I'm also now realizing that the Icicle is not one that I should have gotten because it is a crit synergy based orb. Which, I mean, it does still have the initial pierce, but it's not like a bold orb level of pierce. It's not infinite, it's just 1. But still fine. Head down to the shop. Got 2 relics worth, or 1 relic and 1 removal, depending on what And I think that's actually what I'm gonna go with. I'm never going to reload pretty much, so dumbbell is worthless, and so are those. Healing after battle, like gaining max health or healing after battle, it's not the best. Considering how much I'm stomping through everything. So I shall pass for now. I will remove... What? Oh, actually, there we go. I get to remove my final orb here. Love to see it. Remove the Dag Orb. And I get to hope for the best in the form of Bramble. Or I could just immediately go for it. I think that's the better play. I'd rather have this thing stunned to oblivion. Even if I get horrible luck with my starter relic here. It cannot move for 5 turns. So at minimum, I'm doing like 500 damage to this guy. And I have to hope that some of my additional shots here are going to apply Bramble. I don't know if it's weighted one way or another, but I know I did just get one of them to proc for me. Really nice to see. 400, if only I had that one a little earlier. If only I had that shot slightly earlier, you know? Would have done so much better. Oh, there we go. More Bramble. Oh, Bramble makes this fight so much easier. I love it. And there we go. I can just toss it into the pit. Get the Echo. I don't think I need the +1/+1 with all the debuffs going out. I think I'd rather have healing for a little bit more consistent of a time than the +1/+1. Just healing in general, I think, is slightly. Now, what do I want to remove? Because I definitely do want to remove only one. I'm thinking the Ice Circle. Because of its crit synergy, and because it's mainly crit synergy. Unicorn Horn? That's not bad. And I think I want to be heading this way because it does have the elite fight on the end. I am not worried whatsoever about my damage or any of that, so I'm very happy to take on an elite fight. A Mirror Orb is fine. Mirror Orb could screw me if I didn't have the ambidextrous. That's the only relic I have never seen before while playing. I think. I've never seen it. Question mark knows have... Ooh. That is such a strong starting relic. I can't believe I haven't found that before. That's incredible. Because I was looking through the custom start to see just like what I still had to unlock and stuff. And I'm pretty sure, like, I know for a fact that I was missing one common relic, and that was it. Because it was a book, and I was like, oh, they added a new book. So that was the common book, and I'm really happy to have found that. That's a really cool new relic. And then I think I might be missing, like, one rare relic or something. I don't really know, to be honest, but on be a treasure node. That could really add up over the course of a run. That could seriously add up over the course of a run. And there you go. It already has, maybe, if that is a part of the 7% extra. Even if it's not, that's okay. Gotta throw one at least at some point, because I just, again, I want to bramble. I got the bramble proc. That is huge. And I got another bramble proc. Oh, that's so amazing. This fight just can't handle bramble. Another bramble proc. Let's go. That's actually huge. Triple bramble proc. Was that another? It was 4 in a row. That's incredibly low odds right there. And I am incredibly happy to have gotten them. Just means that I can comfortably, slowly whittle this boss down, you know? Don't need to worry about it whatsoever. And... oh, it got a... no, it didn't get another. Okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. Aldrin... wait, did this not get buffed? Yeah, wait, no, it did. It just... it's the Mirror Orb. That one's the Mirror Orb, I think, and it's just showing its buff, even though it has it, which is kind of weird. +1. I mean, +1 is probably worse than refreshes explode. I think. It's definitely questionable. Okay. Bramble. I should not have thrown that. I gotta remember I should have been remembering I have to use the, I have to be using up the... what am I thinking? I have completely lost what I was thinking of. The puppet before I throw the brambles, but I've just completely forgot about that. On the bright side, I think I can just kill it with orbs now. I think it's already dead, and it just doesn't know it yet. I'm pretty sure that's the case, which is amazing to know. Yeah, no, it's just dead. That was an amazing first shot. I'm very happy with that. Now, if you guys did enjoy this, stick around, because I am going to be doing a lot of custom runs here with the starting relics and also some self-damage builds, because I didn't get any of the offers that I was looking for, and then maybe even some Crucible levels on these new 2 characters. So along with a bunch of other games, I've got Vampire Survivors planned currently, and then also some other stuff on the back burner as well. So stick around, And see ya.